Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining us again today. Beautiful day here in eastern North Carolina. Today, I want to talk to you about a word, neglect. Neglect. The scripture says in Hebrews chapter 2, how shall we escape if we neglect such a great salvation? Well, we look around and we see times that people neglect their yards. They might neglect their cars or their house. Some people even neglect their animals. And what happens when one neglects something? Well, it gets old, it gets run down, looks bad. And in case of an animal, it will die if you neglect that animal. Those things are bad in itself. But when it comes to spiritual things, it's a tragedy if one neglects their salvation. Hebrews chapter 2 verse 1 says, therefore we must pay much closer attention to what we have heard, lest we drift away from it. Lest we drift away. You see, I was thinking, when people neglect things, usually it's a couple reasons. Number one, they just get used to it, and then they neglect it. And number two, they might get too busy. Well, I can say again, if you get too busy for certain things in this life, in this, your yard or even animals, unfortunately, it's one thing. But when it's your salvation, it's a tragic thing. How shall we escape? The writer of Hebrews says, we won't. We won't escape if we neglect our salvation. Every day we must pray and read the word and seek him. And that's the way we can keep it fresh in our heart. And then we won't neglect our great salvation. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.